A favorite pastime for a lot of guys is going out to the garage to tinker around with the old engine. The same is true for Rick Rowlands, except his engine weighs about 120 tons.
Everybody has the same reaction. When they come in the door and see this engine, it's wow. They just can't believe the size of this and that it's actually here.
Rowlands is the president of the Youngstown Steel Heritage Foundation, a group dedicated to preserving historically significant steelmaking equipment. The Todd engine is the centerpiece of their collection.
The Todd engine was built in 1913 by the William Todd Company right downtown Youngstown. This engine is a 4,000 horsepower stationary steam engine which drove a rolling mill at the Briar Hill Works of Youngstown Sheet and Tube.
Once the engine is running, Rowlands plans to turn this site on Hubbard Road into a museum that will give people the feel of what it was like to be inside a steel mill, overhead crane and all.
Whenever you go into a steel mill, every building you go into, there's an overhead crane in there. So
Yeah.
we just had to have one here.
Right.
But I couldn't find one, so we was going to build a building anyways, and then this came about.
Some people just have to have a big screen TV or something.
Well, yeah,
you need an overhead crane.
I mean, it's got to have an overhead crane.
You got to have it.
For Rowlands, this is truly a labor of love, and he does most of the restoration himself, including this locomotive for which he laid the tracks.
Well, this is a diesel locomotive that was used at Elwood Engineered Castings in Hubbard, and it was donated a few years ago, and we brought it over here. It was built in 1942, and it's been used in various industrial plants in the valley since 1952.
To raise awareness of the project, the Steel Heritage Foundation is holding an open house September 29th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
We're inviting anybody and everybody to come out and see the engine, see all the work that we've done, and we'll be discussing some of our plans for the future for the site and the museum.
Once the museum is open, in 2 years, Rowlands hopes, he will have spent most of his adult life working on it, and he says he wouldn't trade the experience for anything.
Once you graduate from high school and you're in that time period of your life, you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, and this project just came along at that time. And I grabbed onto it, and it's been something that's held my fascination ever since.
You can learn more about the project at toddengine.org. For the Daily Buzz, I'm Michael Moliterno.